What's up, fellas? It's me and my good buddy Fetch. We're back. I think we had a good run on the Champions League first leg and second leg predictions. I think Fetch, we got four, the first four out of four, and three out of four, so that's seven out of eight
Yeah,
predictions
yeah,
on the money, right? I think we've been seeing a lot of you guys even reach out to the picks that we've been giving, and yeah, we're back for some Premier League peak picks this week. I think we had an interesting last round of the Premier League where we saw Liverpool uh, basically take the juice out of Manchester City's season and Arsenal fall down, right? We saw Arsenal have basically bottled another chance to like go up to the top of the table, and now they're struggling 11 points behind Liverpool. Liverpool pretty much champions. I think there's no chance for Arsenal as well.
no chance at
But
all.
there's a good top. The top teams are playing each other now, right? This week we have Tottenham versus Manchester City. That's the first game that we're going to like talk about today. Two teams that have had very poor seasons, right? If you compare how they performed on average, Tottenham not a trophy team anyway, but you still expect some standard of football from Tottenham. You don't expect them to be in the second half of the table, and
Yeah,
Manchester City as well, knocked out of the Champions League. Not a tough schedule for them. They've been playing Real Madrid and Liverpool in back-to-back games, two of the best teams in the world, and then really nothing's going well for them. Right? I think in between they found some form with a win here and there, but honest and even the first leg against Real Madrid they were fairly decent. But
yeah, very decent on that first leg.
now they've just been blown away. What are your call? Tottenham versus Manchester City. What do you think is happening?
First of all, for Tottenham versus Man City, I need to be very honest. I saw the Man City Liverpool game, and what Man City lacks is some fresh legs. Now, Mamouche, who was actually in the striker position, is kind of like he lacks the experience to carry that Manchester City game. Haaland was not in that game, and if you look at people like if you look like players like Kevin De Bruyne, he doesn't have that juice in him anymore. No, that prime De Bruyne is no more there to dictate the game. So after seeing what happened in that Liverpool game, I'm pretty sure that and in the January transfer window, Tottenham was actually kind of busy. They brought in some fresh legs as well. But I'm still going to go for a Tottenham win. It's going to be kind of tricky, but I believe Tottenham is going to win. Man City is actually at their lowest right now. You know, Maresca's Chelsea we are the only club that failed to beat Manchester City. Okay, so it's
Makes
crazy
sense.
that yeah. So 100%, I'm going for a Tottenham straight win for this one.
I think considering both teams have been performing poor, I would actually pick a draw. Okay, I think probably a 1-1 draw. Okay, because I'm just like throwing it out there because I think both have had forgettable seasons. Like none of
Yeah.
them have no chance at any trophy whatsoever with the current form that both teams are in, right? So they just need to focus the rest of the season on trying to not be embarrassing, right?
Yeah, for
And
them to be in the top four and all that.
both teams have had injury problems as well. I think Manchester City has a huge injury problems.
Yeah.
The value of the Ballon d'Or winner Rodri is actually showing. No,
Yeah.
everybody has struggled. Nobody can take control. So yeah, I'm going for a draw. But I do understand your prediction of Tottenham winning as well because Manchester City are just out of it. They don't look like they have the energy to like go
No
about it.
energy.
No energy at all. Okay. And all right, fair enough. Let's move on to the next game, which is actually a very interesting game in this thing of this season. Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, the second and third teams right now in the league. Both, I think Arsenal have bottled an opportunity once again by missing out on securing 3 points
Yeah,
in the last matchup as well.
against
And
West Ham.
Liverpool, of course, capitalized and went ahead by 11 points. But considering that Liverpool are playing Newcastle and that Newcastle they play good against big teams, right? I think
Yeah,
last Newcastle had a 2-2 draw or a 3-3 draw, sorry,
a
against
3-3 draw.
Liverpool.
Yeah,
3-3 draw against this thing. Isaac Gordon, they perform under pressure. They perform against big teams. right? And when you have like quality defense like Van Dijk in Liverpool, I think it gives Isaac that much more motivation to play. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's a good chance that Liverpool drop points in that game, which means the Arsenal Nottingham Forest game will be critical. I don't think either team can settle for a draw. I think Arsenal will need to win that for sure. But considering that they have injuries as well, I understand that Arsenal have not been at full strength. But what do you call Arsenal Nottingham Forest?
Yeah, for Arsenal Nottingham Forest, I think what I saw from that last game against West Ham, Arsenal does not have the firepower. You understand?
Yeah.
The front line is lacking creativity. There is no Havertz. There is no Gabriel Jesus. There is no Saka, Bukayo Saka. Now, if you look at Merino, Merino is not a striker, despite the fact that he did some magic in their that 2-0 fixture where he came from the bench and he scored. Lacking a natural goal scorer will definitely cost you games. And Nottingham Forest, they have been a very, very good side. Somehow they lost that game against, is it against Fulham?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's against Fulham. So 100%, I am giving a win to Nottingham Forest. Arsenal is going to lose back-to-back games, man.
I think
Like
so
the
too.
odd, yeah, I think the odd is going to be very high. If anybody is really, really a smart business person, they should go for a Nottingham Forest win because I saw the same opportunity with the Liverpool Man City game. The odd on deck win for a Liverpool win was 2.22. So
That's
that's
big.
more than times two of your money. So I actually went for that game straight up. I didn't miss that one. And this time around, I'm not going to miss out on this Nottingham Forest win against Arsenal.
I think so. The
Arsenal,
odds for Nottingham Forest, if I'm not wrong, right? I just quickly, I think I have it here with me. It's above four almost. It's roughly around
seriously?
four. Right?
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. The odds in Nottingham Forest are above four, which yeah, it's 4.14.
That is a very, very big odd. Like
It's
if I
huge.
want to take that risk, if I want to take the risk, I can just go for a Nottingham Forest win, a Tottenham win, and we're going to have a very massive odd. And anything can
I
happen.
think so too. I would agree with you on that because I don't think
Yeah,
Nottingham Forest will pass on this chance
they
with the
will not.
depleted Arsenal
They're
squad.
going to win Arsenal.
Yeah,
You saw the first leg of Tottenham versus Man City in which Tottenham went they won that game 3-0. That first game, Tottenham was giving like average odds across bookies. It was around 7 to 8 odds. Oh man, what was wrong with my internet? Are you there?
yeah, got
Can
you.
you
I
hear me?
think it disconnected. Yeah, we're back. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, I thought I heard. So the first leg of Manchester City and Tottenham, the odd for Tottenham was like close to 8 odd or so thereabout, average odd, and they still won. And that game, I saw the game. I'm like, Tottenham is going to win Man City because when you watch, that's why sometimes I really encourage bettors to watch the match itself. You
It's damn
understand?
very important. It's very important to watch the game, and even live
Yeah.
betting gives you more opportunity because
Yes.
you see what's
You will
happening
see
real
what
time. You
is
see
going on.
what's
Like the Aston Villa
exactly.
Chelsea game, I watched the game and I know that Aston Villa is going to come from behind to win that game. I'm a Chelsea fan, but
Exactly.
I was seeing the game and the odds were there. And the odds were there,
I
you
bet
understand?
I bet a parlay. I had a parlay that game with Liverpool to win. That was an easy bet. I think Liverpool to win 2.22 easy. But to
Yes.
make the odds even better, I think I made a parlay at odds of 1.8. That is both teams to score.
Score, yeah.
Chelsea and Liverpool, both teams to score 1.8. My parlay odds are about 4.55. Good bet, strategic bet,
Very, very good.
right? Like it helped
Very, very
me.
good.
It made me think. Okay, see, Chelsea has a great attack, but Chelsea defending is not consistent. And
It's not
Aston
they will
Villa, right?
concede.
Yeah, they concede. And Aston Villa, they just drew against Liverpool. So if they can score against a team like Liverpool,
They
which is
can
one of the best
score.
defensive sides, I think they're going to score against Chelsea, right? Because
Yeah.
very and it's very good to see players like Marcus Rashford who've been basically criticized over the last few seasons. They creating goals. Marcus Rashford created
Yeah,
and
get two
assisted on two
assists.
goals,
Yeah, from the
right?
bench.
And it's I think Timo yeah, it's great to see these guys come in and like add a lot of attack to Aston Villa. I'm not saying Aston Villa are a really good side right now, but I think Unai Emery, right? Unai Emery is known to be one of those managers who's very tactical, right?
Yeah, he
And
has the tactical ability to score goals in
yes,
matches.
and next season, with of course, you have in the off season, you will have a lot of people making moves and signing more players, right? Aston Villa have a chance to basically get together this season, build solid rapport amongst their players, right? And next
Yeah.
season, that can definitely be a top four team. I think
Yeah.
Aston Villa definitely have the team, the manager, the skills, the confidence, the talent to be in the top four next season. And I wouldn't be
They
surprised
have everything. They have
at
everything.
all. They have everything, so it's going to be very interesting as well. So that, like you mentioned, yeah, you need to watch the game. You guys need to follow the stats, right? I think from next when we keep posting tips and stats on different head to head matchup analytics, whether it's
Yeah.
corners, whether it's the possession, both teams to score. We understand the game because I think me and you, we sit and watch every single game, right? We sit and
Yeah.
watch all the games. We don't understand what's happening,
What's
right?
happening again?
And another game, right? The last game, which is actually a very big game in the context, is Liverpool versus Newcastle.
Very, very big game.
Liverpool are ahead. Yes, big game because see Liverpool are ahead, but Liverpool have a great stretch of tough games now. They had Manchester
Yes.
City. They beat the challenge. They beat Manchester City because again Manchester is not doing that well. Now they have
Mhm.
Newcastle, a team that is capable of goal scoring and counter attacks. Right,
Yeah.
very confident team. They have some big guys like Joe Linton who are strong and can like push
Very, very
around.
strong.
Liverpool a little smaller. I think, yeah, except for Van Dijk and Konate, you don't have much physical
No, no,
this thing
no.
in that team as
Liverpool
well, right?
defense, their defense is like kind of like really physical, but the attack they have these short
Very physical,
guys. Attack. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, but of course, see, Salah's a small guy, but Salah plays with a lot of heart, right?
In fact,
Physicality, Salah is physical, very
very, very
fast.
good. It's and
Thierry
fast.
Henry was talking, saying that something about Salah which is different from other players is the moment Mo Salah receives the ball, right? He already has a triple threat, right? He knows that okay, if he has the ball, based he knows where every other player is, right? And he
Yeah.
can see he knows who's how fast, how quick, what skill, how they're moving, what how the defense is moving as well. He can either instantly make a run, right? He can either instantly make a pass and make a forward run, or he can basically make a run to the goal himself, right? Mo
Yes.
Salah is so good, right?
He
That the
did that
moment
against
he
Man
has
City.
the
Yeah.
ball, he is capable of scoring, passing at complete
Assist.
control.
In fact, the stats are there. His assist and his goal scoring, they are like really, really one of the best in the league of all time.
I was seeing the stat. I was seeing the stat. If you remove all the penalties and home goals and home assists for Mo Salah this season, he has 27 goal contributions outside. Sorry, goal plus
Wow.
assists outside
Yeah.
home. That's still
Wow.
higher than anybody else in the. That's
In the
higher than
league.
any goals anybody else has scored, right?
Yeah.
So Mo Salah is like leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else, and he's. I'm surprised they don't have a contract for him. That's really stupid. He's probably the best player in the
If,
world right
if,
now. But
if I'm Musala, I'll just definitely go to Saudi Arabia and make money. So I
no,
think
I
Saudi
think Mo
Arabia.
Salah has some more prime in Europe, but he can make money. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure
Yeah.
that Mo Salah, even if Mo Salah goes to Saudi
Oh,
Arabia after 3 years, he's still making money. Okay,
yeah.
he's making money all the time. It's about how competitive I think he is, right? How what he wants to achieve, right?
Hmm.
Maybe he wants to win a few more Champions League. Maybe he wants to play in Spain, right? We don't know. We don't know because Mo Salah
True.
is a generational player, right?
Very, very,
Mo
very,
Salah
very
can
easy player.
imagine Mo Salah on a team like Barcelona, right? I'm just saying
Exactly. I just thought about that. That Barcelona should just go for him.
right, if Barcelona go for Mo Salah, you get experience. He's a very Messi like player, right? That he's short, he's quick, he does everything, right? It's not easy. You cannot take the ball
Yeah.
away from Mo Salah's feet, right? And why a player
Yeah. He
like
has to
Lionel
keep the ball
Messi?
very close.
Yes, why a player Leo Messi became as great as he is also because of teammates, right? He had teammates like
Yeah.
Sergio Busquets. He had
Xavi,
Andres
Iniesta.
Iniesta, Xavi, Iniesta. So these are all generational players when it comes to football touch, right?
Yeah.
They know how to move the midfield, right? And if you see the current Barcelona squad, they have that talent, right? They have
Yeah.
guys like
They have.
Lamine Yamal, right?
They have
I know
13.
Lamine Yamal and Salah play a very similar position, but I still do think that they can thrive together, right? I think that
Yeah.
Hansi Flick is a very intelligent manager, right? He's been
Yeah.
able to put Rafinha, Lewandowski, and Lamine Yamal together, and Barcelona are probably one of the most dangerous attacking teams in football right now,
In Europe
right?
right now, yeah.
And in Europe, yeah, and adding more Salah to that team, right? It just be it would make it very competitive in Real Madrid versus Barcelona in the La Liga and Champions League, right?
Yeah.
Because you know that Real Madrid have a very strong squad,
Very,
right?
very strong.
And and there is a good chance that Trent Alexander-Arnold leaves Liverpool and joins Real
Maybe
Madrid
Real
as well, right?
Madrid.
Right? There is a lot of opportunity. So sorry to get back, Liverpool versus Newcastle. What distincts do you have on the game?
Well, it's obvious at this point. I think at this point, I think I will go for a Liverpool win. I know the first leg was really, really tough, but this time around, I'm going for a Liverpool win because Liverpool, like I said the last time, Liverpool is highly motivated. They want to win this league.
Yeah.
And I know that after winning this league, a lot of players will be leaving. Like you just said, Trent might leave to Real Madrid. Salah, no contract extension yet. He might leave. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to judge an slot by this season because we know that every player he has now, these were the work of Jurgen Klopp. Klopp did all this work. You understand? Klopp really, really molded this
Yes,
team, the tactics and everything. So I'm going to start judging him when he loses players like Mo Salah, like Trent, and we start seeing that the form of Van Dijk and the rest is now going down. They will not see the kind of manager he is in the Premier League. But for this
I
game,
agree.
I'm going for a Liverpool straight win for this game.
Okay. I think I would as well because the odds are pretty good. Okay. I think the odds of a Liverpool game are about 1.7, which is still decent. You're getting
Wow,
70% of your
that's very
money as a profit,
yeah,
right?
that's very
That's
decent.
decent. Considering you're betting on one of the best teams in football, and Newcastle, as good a team they are, as dangerous a side they are, they have suddenly little bit gone off track, right? They've been
Yeah.
losing a few games in between, so
They
I would
lost. They
agree.
lost 4-0. They lost 4-0 to Man City. I was surprised, and I was thinking
I was
Newcastle is going to deal with Man City.
I was surprised. I was surprised, and there was if you watch that game, you see that firstly Manchester City were motivated. They did play well, right?
Hmm.
There was the factor that Manchester all of they were lucky. Okay, there were a lot of lucky occurrences in that game, but Newcastle were completely out. They didn't look together as a team. They looked tired. They looked a little lackluster. So they
Yeah,
didn't look like a great team, and I think that's going to continue against Liverpool. And I would think Liverpool's an easy bet because they win they score goals very effortlessly,
yeah.
right?
Like I saw the Man
Effortless.
City game. If you see the goal from a Sabo slide,
Oh
if
yeah,
you see
what
the
a
goal from
goal!
Sabo slide, the goal
Easy
just
goal. Yeah,
he
right side.
played the ball casually, like as if he just passed the ball into the net, and Ederson did not even bother to move.
And if you notice Liverpool games, you'll see at least 10 opportunities where you think they should have scored,
Yeah, they
right?
have very high
They are
goal
so good.
expected goals. Yeah,
Yeah,
very, very,
I think their expected goals are super high. I think that,
very, very
like,
high. Like
I'm
one
not a
of the
Liverpool
highest
fan,
in
but
the league.
anybody, yeah, they're
Liverpool
just too good.
is actually the team that a lot of us we are jealous of them because they are really doing
Yeah,
it
tell
effortlessly.
me about it.
11
Tell me
points,
about it.
11 points behind, 11 points ahead of everyone else. And I know that this Nottingham Forest and Arsenal game will give them more leverage to extend their lead.
Yes, I
So
think so
that's
too.
it.
All right, there we have it. We have our picks for the game, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next session.
All right, take care.